Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, today the plan is to go into the Fiend Festival once again to fight the Animal Tamer. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is the same boss from the Carnyberus Carnival teaser. Overall, if you fought that boss, you should know the mechanics for the Fiend Festival, Animal Tamer, and all the bosses for that. As of right now, this is the only boss for the Fiend Festival. It's just available at Apprentice, Veteran, and Champion. So that being said, we're going to have some fun with them today. Fight the Animal Tamer. The Fiend Festival's fiendish drawing card has made its presence known. Beating this beast-brandishing buffoon will no doubt deal a blow to the Carnival's cavalade, because I can pronounce words. For doing this, we get the Iron Helmet, which we already have one of, but having another would be very good, because plus 20% damage, plus 15% protection, plus 10% crit, minus 10 dodge, minus 10 speed. So there are very good upsides to some kind of bad downsides, but those downsides can actually be used for some speed manipulation purposes. We also get the Bloody Herb, which I actually got in the last run. Party for today is very largely a bleeding team, which I forgot to throw trinkets on, so one moment. We're going to be going in with Quinn, the Falconer. Same bleeding premise as we had as last time. Just a little bit of different trinkets this time around. They do exquisite damage versus anything that's bleeding, and that we can get extra damage while they're stealth as well, which we can get with Spirited Cry, so I'll be leaning towards that as well. So plus 160% damage total on the boss, we'll be using that. Spirited Cry to stealth them, Heavy Barrage to reposition if we need to, and Ravage to lower accuracy, de-stealth if we need it. We do have all the coins, so coin collection on them is going to be very powerful. That's plus 40% damage, plus 30% crit, and then card collection mainly for the accuracy. However, this is another 10% crit, 10% damage, so the Falconer is going to be the main source of damage. They also have Rabies Plus from the Carnival, so this is another 15% damage on top of that. Then we have Diz, our Highwayman. We have Open Vein for a bleed. We have Duelist Advance for a move forward riposte, which we will need some repositioning moves. We have Tracking Shot to bypass and de-stealth, which we'll also need, and Wicked Slice as just a damage. We have Mimic Bonesaw to do extra damage versus bleeding and an on-hit melee bleed. And we have the Graveyard Lantern just to do extra damage, because if we have a shovel in our inventory, which we should have, we'll do extra damage. Next up, I'm going to be bringing Salad, the Salamander. Once again, we're going to be going bleed on them, so Lace Rate is going to be our main move. This is an AoE bleed on the front row, it's 2 for 3 bleed. However, I also do have Sweep Kick to move them forward, shuffling the target they hit, doing a 3 for 3 bleed. We have Pile Bunk to get them out of rank 1, stunning the target, shuffling them, and Steam Vent if they are in rank 2 to lower the accuracy of the target. They have Gem Collection to kind of speed them up if I get gems, also upping their protection and max HP, and a Legacy Sword just to get up accuracy and damage. Finally, Esmeralda the Omen Seeker, mainly using Piercing Dagger for the bleed. However, against target set they can't bleed, we have Windmill Chakram, bypassing de-stealthing, lowering accuracy, or Entangle to pull and lower debuff resistance. Because we want the debuffs going off, we have Mortar and Pestle to up debuff chance, also upping her debuff resistance, and with the Ancestors map for upping Scouting and Trap Disarm chance. So that being said, let's go get the Animal Tamer, have some fun with this. Make sure I have my shovels. Just going to be bringing a lot of bandages for this because I'm pretty sure he can bleed. Going to be bringing some medicinal herbs because I'm pretty sure he can blight. Few keys. Holy water for the boss and on the way there. Torches for sure. Some fiendish tokens. And I believe we're fine.
Even before I sent the letter, my hamlet had been a hub of bustling commerce. Travelers from all walks of life found themselves crossing through, seeking shelter and reprieve from the long road. One such traveler, a wizened, bespectacled fiddler adorned with myriad musical instruments, sought me out by name and presented me with a seemingly innocuous book.
Tames 3 animals at once. I love some of the posters here.
The festival's demoniacal ringleader was once a paragon of virtue and beauty. What a pity.
Let's go the way we get more treasure here. Once again, I'm not going to do the Shambler. Trap Disarm for the de-stress. Might get a good disease out of that. Or possibly a quirk. Let's see if we can't piercing dagger getting someone bleeding here. Lays right for the bleed. Go into rogue mode. And gouge. First miss. And because we're probably going to miss Duelist Advance for the riposte, let's get the Fortune Teller bleeding. If they bleed out, we don't get a corpse. Going to de-stealth the bearded lady here. Oh wait, that de-stealths us. Let's do sweep kick on the strongman, just so we don't do damage to the Fortune Teller. Tracking shot.
Masterfully executed.
Whoops. Forgot about the guard there. Opening a vein. Down he goes, no longer guarded.
A faint hope blossoms.
Switch back to rogue. Eye thief, though. That de-stealths. That works. Bleeding him. And he bleeds out. Sweep kick.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And we do have crusts to give him.
Packs
So lollipop.
laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I wonder if we can sell that, because I don't want blindness, appetite, or curiosity. I don't know why we would want that on anyone. I guess they're saying sugar is bad. We're gonna pop out to the right here really quick.
A handsome
Another
reward
bandage.
for a task well performed.
We're gonna throw a key at this. Rotweed bouquet for the Sybil. Going up. Torch. We can hunger check here quick. Key again.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Can take this stun amulet for now. I don't really need blood on them. Don't need to... I could use my last key to release them, but we don't really need to. I say as we get here, and we can use a shovel for that. Speaking of shovels, and then torch up before we go in this room. Just gonna use a fiendish token. At least we didn't get anything bad happening to us. Alright, bearding the fortune teller. Gonna lacerate. Aww. Gouge the bearded lady. Duelist advance. I like the little ballad there. Alright, open vein onto Fortune Teller. Actually, no. Oh, we can't tracking shot on one. Unfortunate. Wicked Slice for the crit. Unfortunate. Gouge. Eye thief. Now you bleed out. Piercing dagger. Corpse bleeds out. Sweep kicking onto Bearded Lady in 3. Bringing forward, bleeding him.
A death by inches.
Thought the corpse would have bled out.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy
Well,
them all.
there we go. Take what we can. Am I actually almost out of torches? I thought I brought more. Taking the emerald. We can play this game. I'm actually getting this more often. I wonder if they upped the chance. Taking the gold, we're definitely taking the prototype barrel. Plus debuff chance, plus move skill chance. Aim for the heart does less damage. On range attack hit, lose 5 HP. On range attack hit, has a chance to stun. We can get rid of the lollipop for that. I'm curious. No, the lollipop doesn't say it does anything, so I'm just going to toss the lollipop. I'm going to go up to the curio. Gouge onto Bearded Lady.
Obliterated.
Sweep kick. Duelist advance for the riposte. Ooh. Spirit Keeper leveled up. Piercing dagger onto Fortune Teller. Getting rid of the corpse. Or turning it into a corpse, I suppose. Eye Thief getting rid of the stealth. If I lace ray, it's probably not going to do enough.
Another one.
So get rid of the corpse. And there goes the Bearded Lady. Vault order. And yes, I'm not torching for a reason. Holy water this. I thought that was going to have a different effect, but the heal's not bad. Funny that kept spinning. Dig through this. Onward we go. If you would, Quinn. Thank you. Taking all of that, leaving the gold. Into the curio. We can use our last key. Take that shovel. And Cloak of Darkness for the Revenant. Minus 20% stress taken if torch below 26. Plus 10 dodge if torch below 26. Plus 15 protection if torch below 26. Plus 20% stress taken if torch above 50. Minus 10 dodge if torch above 50. Minus 15 protection if torch above 50. So there are some very bad downsides to that one.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
I'll come back for the chest. Kind of hoping for a good scout here. There we go. You lose.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried
Can't even
home.
use the food. Okay, go one down. Ooh, full fight.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
Trying to take out a juggler. Minus damage received. Minus crits received. Either way, not great. Least rate. See if we can't bleed the strongman. Guarding the acrobat. Okay. Duelist advance for the riposte. Bleeding again. Well, Juggler 2 bleeds out on its turn at least. This might riposte him out. Piercing Dagger onto Acrobat, which hits the Strongman. We can Open Vein on him. So bleeding for 9 of 13. Flanking him.
Destroyed.
Oh, he's definitely down now. Flank once again.
Decimated. The slow death. Unforeseen.
All the trinkets.
Unforgiving.
Let's take the emerald. Take what we can, otherwise... Yikes. Get rid of the gold for the crusts, because we're going to need them. Sorry about the stuffiness. Forgotten Pixis for anyone, plus bleed, debuff, and blight skill chance by 30% is huge, but minus 15% to all resistances. I don't really need the resurrection color, and I don't really need the hand lantern. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure the boss won't blight us. I was just taking these 4 on the way here, and I'm not sure we're going to find the puppeteer now that I think about it in the apprentice levels, because we haven't found him yet. So, bleed, blight, debuff skill chance is huge. And honestly, I could replace the pestle and motor with that for better bleed skill chance and now better blight debuff skill chance. Just making sure I'm not leaving anything behind. I know that she would have a better debuff resistance if I kept that on her, but oh well. We have 3 shovels. Quinn, if you would, take what we can. Caregiver's Ring for the Lamia, plus healing done, plus stress healing done. It's not a bad trinket. I do wish we would have scouted. Oh, we have so many bandages. I didn't realize this. I'm gonna go left. We'll come back for those guys. And we'll come back for that. Okay, this isn't the worst in the world, all things considered. Piercing Dagger, getting the... We'll just go with the Strongman for now. Okay, I am going to... Stealth, getting plus crit on her.
Gnawing uncertainty.
Duelist advance moving forward.
Dread.
Pile bunk moving back. I was really hoping that would move her back regardless. Well, riposte gets rid of block. See if we can't get rid of Juggler 2.
Give them no quarter.
Pile bunk again. Stunning, getting rid of the block. Open vein.
The ground quakes.
reposition, moving somewhere. And then we're gonna gouge.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
I was gonna say, don't they de-stealth? Okay, that's fine.
A devastating blow.
Hey, another Fiend token. Take what we can.
Expedition at least promises success.
No scout, huh? I'm just gonna get rid of the Fiend tokens at this point because there's only one more spot to actually use them. And we can leave the busts. Full party order. Actually, I could have eaten and then taken the bust, but nonetheless. Getting some extra food here. De-stressing. Heading down. I need a shovel in my inventory. Getting some more food to heal up with. Alright, we're clear. So I'm gonna firewood here. We can camp for the health and the stress. I have never camped here. Holy hell. A feast for the health and the stress. So using Fletchery won't help with our damage. I'm going to use Safe and Sound to de-stress everyone and prevent nighttime ambush. Unparalleled Finesse for the damage. I do want to scavenge for the 2 bounty feathers, because I do want to get these. I don't think I can use the food on anyone. That's fine. That leaves me with 1, which we can use Raid the Wagon. And get another medicinal herb.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Now, I am curious. Can we use a torch for this? Nope. Alright, to the boss. I'm hoping this party is going to be good because we're good from just about any position.
It would seem that Beastmaster's knack for taming low animals is as polished as ever, despite having become what he says.
Alright, I'm going to start by bleeding him and lowering his accuracy. Piercing dagger, once again bleeding. Bleeding for 6. Accuracy at -12. Sweep kick does more damage than lace rate. Not by much, actually. But nonetheless, more of a bleed. He does have a resto on him. That's going to be a permanent stumble. And a minus dodge debuff. I wanted to use Duelist Advance there, but it doesn't look like we're going to get the chance to, so I'm instead going to Tracking Shot for the damage, the accuracy, the crit. Marking the Falconer, yikes. We are going to Spirited Cry for the stealth. Bleeding him for more. Bleeding for 6. Can we stun him? Going for the pile bonk. He does have minus damage received. Duelist Advance for the riposte. And a miss. Marking Salad, that's fine. She has health. Especially because we have a few gems here. We're going to Pile bunk once again for this stun. And we're back. Esmeralda. Entangle, lowering debuff resistance. Duelist advance. Get the riposte back up. Oh, Quinn. Reposition. Gouge. And down he goes.
Without his prized pet, what threat could the animal tamer pose?
Didn't even get to see the special move.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low
Taking what we
and
can.
driven into the mud.
Taking the onyx over the shovel. We're gonna take the damage stone over the food. We're gonna take protection stone over the other food. We're gonna take the ring of the snake over the torches. And we'll tame her down.
I'm sure he would have wished to be put out of his misery, were he still capable of rational thought.
So we got an iron helmet, like I said, out of that. Another bloody herb, which we can probably sell. 6 more crests, about 10,000 gold. A lot of crests. I love it. 41 crests, which we do need. Quinn hit level 3. Esmeralda hit level 3. Ephemeral Strain on Esmeralda, which is -5 speed. Yikes. And minus trap disarm chance, so we'll be getting rid of that. Also survivalist. So minus combat skill unlock cost, which actually isn't too bad. Cove Explorer on Salad. Superstitious, so Celestial Renewal and Rejuvenating Surge do plus HP healing received. Tranquility does plus stress healing received. And Husk Slayer on Quinn.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
Now it's a matter of just getting everyone to veteran levels. I am almost certain we have beaten every single recruit and apprentice boss, which is amazing. Ooh, the Aqua Geyser in the Wield, plus Blight amount and duration, and Blight skill chance if has water attunement, and on crit Blight 3 for 3 rounds. It's that or going to get the Orb of Vitality again from the Cove, and I feel like the Wield would be an easier one to go get. So, let's go do the Wield. I feel like this team would actually just work as is. But let's throw a level 2 Slayer in there. He has some things he can do to heal himself. Switching out the Falconer and the Salamander for the Slayer and the Jester, just because I haven't played the Jester much. And I know I've been playing the Slayer a lot with Rip and Tear and Biting Blade. It's just I haven't gotten the trinkets to play them many other ways, so I feel like the trinket loadout I have makes them play this way very, very well. So we'll see how this kind of works. However, I could technically do a point blank shot spam with a run and gun, so we might try that as well. But otherwise, we have run and gun to maybe go with point blank shot here. We have Rip and Tear healing for a lot because Rip and Tear gets boosted by Parasitic Gauntlet here. So that's going to heal for 10 and de-stress by 4 every time I use Rip and Tear. Rip and Tear also does plus 5 flat damage, so this keeps up his other moves. On monster kill, he also buffs himself for plus protection. So run and gun also has some good uses there. We have the Biting Blade. This debuffs for minus 15 protection when we hit with it. It also, on melee hit, which is also Rip and Tear by the way, he does a on hit 3 for 3 bleed. He also has 40% protection. He also has 40% armor piercing with melee skills, 30% debuff skill chance, so Biting Blade has a better chance of popping off. And Bound for Glory just so that I can technically annihilate something if I really needed to. Diz is the same, I just threw the card collection on him instead, but otherwise he has the Mimic Bonesaw. Sarmenti, we're going to be running Dirk Stab, Harvest, Finale, and Slice Off. He's going to have the Forgotten Pyrex for the plus bleed skill chance, and Sanguine Lancets for plus bleed skill chance, so he has plus 60% bleed skill chance on his 110 bases. So he's going to have 170% bleed skill chance, so he's really going to be bleeding a lot. The Sanguine Lancets that we also got have plus bleed amount applied and bleed duration applied. So hopefully Slice Off and Harvest will be doing a bit more bleed as well. This also ups his bleed skill resistance, but also lowers his damage, where the Pyx also lowers his bleed resistance, but not as much as the Lancets up his bleed resistance. Then we have Sashimi, the Practitioner, so he's going to be getting us some gold. He is the Scout Earth Ancestors map. He has Enthralled Terror Bozu, so on attack hit, he ups the crits received of the enemy, and on crit will mark. We have him mainly doing Invoke Enra because on attack hit, this will lower the accuracy and the healing they receive, and this can't be reposted. He technically can heal with Calm Mind and Thalassic Remedy if I need him to, but I need to move him up a rank for that, and he can finish things off with Combusting Talisman. So I figured we would go into the Weald and get the Aqua Geyser, because all of that looks really good, plus Blight amount, duration, and skill chance if it has water attunement, plus Blight resistance if it has water attunement. Wait a moment. Reading this, I'm very confused. Aqua Geyser, plus Blight resistance if has water attunement, minus Blight resistance if has water attunement. Which one is it? I am very confused. Why is it plus if has and minus if has water attunement? Either way, I'm going to get it on crit 3 for 3 Blight. I thought that was a little bit better than the Orb of Vitality if you have the Life attunement. Just because I like attack more than sustainability. So we're going to be bringing everything and the kitchen sink. Hopefully getting a elemental thing while we're out here, but I'm not holding my breath. So with that being said, we're going to bring a little bit of everything and hope for the best. I think that's everything. Let's go.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
We want to search everything we can with the Practitioner to get as many of these artifacts as we can. Like so. I'm going to leave that journal, just in case. I don't want to break anything. Hey, Coven, how you guys doing? I'm not intruding on a meeting here, am I? Anyway, Rip and Tear would do 9 to 11. Biting Blade would get rid of protection. And, Run and Gun would, do a lot of damage. But Biting Blade does a bleed. Harvest. So Coven Rogue bleeds out. Not anymore, but he did waste his turn. Duelist advance for the riposte.
Obliterated.
And invoking Enra. Invoking Enra again, lowering that lovely, lovely accuracy. We're going to point blank.
Destroyed.
Biting Blade, lowering protection, bleeding. He really does not like Sarmenti. And we're going to slice up. No, we're going to harvest. We can hit both of them. Bleeding for 6, bleeding for 3, harvesting again. Bleeding for 9, so the Invigilator goes down. Combusting Talisman. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's right. Save yourself. Leave the big one to die.
Cuts on its own.
And now you're all alone, so I can rip and tear.
As the Fiend falls, a faint
I had my fun.
Blossoms.
Take what we can.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Leave the Dunham, leave the weird thingy mabob skeleton key this. Take what we can. Oh boy, making me make decisions already. Deeds of the gold. Healing up Sarmenti. Use the holy water for the portrait, and onward we go. Believe you're gonna be good with traps. Torch. Get those heirlooms for me.
A fortune. waiting to be spent.
And I already got rid of the Ladunum. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't need all of these torches.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Always best come over prepared. Bronze coin in. Silver coins out. And an artifact faults. I'll come back for that. If you give me the curse, I am going to burn you. In fact, I'm very tempted. Be back by 2. Nah, bound for, yeah, run and gun.
Back to the
Hey, protection up. Harvesting, bleeding. Open vein on the doggo.
Executed with impunity.
And that's one more down. He's not the one you want to give the Crimson Curse to, but he can rip and tear.
Continue the onslaught.
Healing up, de-stressing.
Destroy them all.
Take what we can, leave the rest. Default party order. And we go. Spiders. You know what would be mean? Spiders just suddenly got a spider modifier instead of beasts. I think I would flip out. If we harvest, that would be a 2 to 3. Otherwise, 3 to 4 with an additional bleed.
A singular
That one bleeds out. I'd be laughing too, Sarmenti. Watch it squirm. Like the madman you are. That spider also bleeds out.
Slowly, gently.
I thought it bled out.
This is how a life is taken.
It tried. Futile. Run and gun. Get that bonus.
Fiend.
80% protection.
Another abomination.
Now, a bit of it falls off, but
Lands.
take what we can. Default order. Kinda tempted just to get rid of the Jades because of all the artifacts we're gonna be getting. Because, 6 times, let's see, 6 times 375, 2,250. 2 artifacts make up for that. Yeah. Speaking of skeleton key. Ooh. Angry Soul for the Seeker. Plus 25% minimum damage, plus 45% maximum damage, minus 75% stress healing received. On attack hit, buff self for 4 crit for 1 battle. On crit, clear crit buff. I'll help you pass unfulfilled. For we share a common enemy. We have a separate stack of shovels. I was keeping those because I thought maybe we would need a few, but... Hunger check. Torch. Dig through this.
Nature
Speaking
herself,
of shovels.
a victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Oh, we found the fun chest. Now I just need a fun key. Get the Weber. Weber bleeds out. Open vein. No. Duelist advance, because then if something attacks you, we have the riposte.
Maintain the offensive.
By rip and tear. No. We need to run and gun. Because if I take these 2 out, I get the plus protection.
A death by inches.
Get where you get, spiders.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Well, that's gonna fall off again. Take what we can. Vault
As
order.
victories mount, so too will resistance.
Now. Yeah, we'll just get rid of a firewood. Onward. Okay, fight. Are you going to drop me my lovely key? I doubt it. I can take care of Bone Rebel with this, dealing damage to another one. Open Vein on him, leaving Acolyte. So, Slice off on him. Her, bleeding her for 4, and Combusting Talisman on her. Aww. Duelist Advance. And decimated indeed. Take what we can.
A trifling
Unfortunately,
victory,
leave the gems.
but a victory nonetheless.
In the pack.
Hacks
Another
laden
artifact. Another
with
bandage.
low on supplies.
And I think we're set on gold for the run. 6... 8 times 1,500. I was hoping to get an artifact out of it. Alright, what do we get here?
A handsome
Another
reward
Fults.
for a task well performed.
Another Serenity. Torch.
The light, the promise of safety.
So 10 artifacts now. And that means 15,000 gold.
Quakes.
Just from artifacts in those 3 slots.
The will to fight.
Duelist Advance, let's hit the Stag. Get the riposte flowing. I'm gonna... Nah, that's not gonna do enough damage. That's a Biting Blade, get rid of some of the protection on the Fungal Scratcher, bleeding him. Invoke Enra. Getting that plus crits received, lowering accuracy. Down he goes. Down he goes. And down the Stag goes. That is a sweep for Diz. Leaving the gold, default party order. In the fight room we go. Duelist Advance for the riposte. Let's hit the Brawler. Once again, Biting Blade lowering the protection on the Fungal Scratcher by quite a bit. Harvesting Bleeding. Upping crits received, lowering accuracy. Unfortunate, they didn't mark the right one. But they still win at Diz.
Eradicated.
And they marked Diz this time. And he just went down. Point blank. Oh, I was hoping Dirk Stab would do the job. Rip and tear. Heal up. Take what we can. Heal with the food. Leave all that.
Driven into the mud.
Gonna head to the right. Default party order. Sashimi if you would. Oh, it's just 2 cute little ectoplasms. Harvest. Or I guess that's slice off. Biting Blade. It bleeds out. Open Vein.
Precision and power.
Talisman it. Torch.
Remind yourself
Dig.
that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
In we go. Alright, bandage this. Another Serenity. Can take what we can. I'm gonna do something really stupid here, and I'm gonna get rid of the other firewood. Just being very, very greedy. Which people are gonna yell at me again for, just watch. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
As the light gains purchase,
I'm gonna grab the blood.
spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Run and gun. Open vein on Ecto and 2. And Dirk Step.
A powerful blow. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
No scout, so we're gonna go north. Hunger check. Eat up. Alright, so we're gonna come back to this one, I think. Just because room, and I don't... And hopefully I'm gonna scout when I come back from
Watch
this.
your step.
Torching, in we go. And then this will give me a better idea of where we're at afterward. Alright, so let's see. Duelist Advance. Let's hit the the Nymph here. That has more of the damage and health. We run and gun, we might take out row 2. Let's finale won't do too much there. Dirk Stab onto Fungal Scratcher in 1. Invoke and Raw. And down he goes. Take what we can.
This
Leave the
expedition
rest,
at least
default order.
promises success.
Valuables in the tent.
Only treasure could
Another
staunch the
Serenity.
flow of otherworldly corruption.
Okay, so we are going to need the shovel to go down. But no secret room. I'm kind of low-key holding on to the key for the umbral chest back there. So, let's use the gold coin here, just for the spot. Artifact of Favor, and then Neptune for +6 dodge, sell it for 2,500 gold. Gonna be our last shovel. Bandages.
Finding the stuff is only the first
I
test.
didn't think these could go to
Now it
6.
must be carried home.
I'll get rid of the citrine probably later. More Coven. Harvesting for now. We want to get rid of rank 2. I run and gun. We'll do good enough. A crit. Open vein onto Invigilator. Then we can invoke Enra. The Rogue in 3 bleeds out, the Invigilator bleeds out, we just need the Coven Rogue. So, what are we bleeding? 2 for 1. Rip and tear. Just heal back up. Slice off. Bye-bye. See you later. Take what we can.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Accuracy, speed. Accuracy, crit. Accuracy. Okay. So run and gun. I was hoping that would take out the nymph, but that's fine. Harvesting for the bleed. Taking out the ecto. Upping the crit on all of them. I'm assuming one of them is going to summon. I think Deafening Buzz actually does that. No. Okay. And then another bleeds out.
The horror.
Bleeding. Taking out Madmen. And rip and tear for the
A
de-stress.
decisive pummeling.
It's a big bug to do that on. Take what we can.
Seize this momentum.
Heal up.
Push on to the task's
What's
end.
in the tent? Well, no scout from that, but that's fine. Last 4 rooms. And then we can figure out what we're gonna do about that chest. $85, $80, $80, $100. Anti-venom this one. Oh, I used the wrong hero. Unfortunate. Hey, Dwemer, long time no see. How you doing, bud? Plus damage reflection. I love it. For now, we're just going to Biting Blade because that does more damage. Tracking shot for the damage. Invoke Enra, trying to lower his accuracy. Can't hit him with Sarmenti at all. Okay, stay there. Stay there. Duelist advance. Get the riposte. Do not. I didn't want him in 4. We're gonna move back. Invoking Enra. So -5 accuracy again. Yeah, BFG ain't gonna do much. He does not like Sarmenti. At least that way I can hit him in rank 3 and the next time he goes to 3. Go riposte.
Blow.
Okay, bandage anti-venom. I'm gonna move back here so we can heal. Blastic Remedy. Biting Blade. Duelist advance to re-up riposte. That's totally fine. Although I really wish he was in ranks 1 or 2. That's where we're doing the most right now. Invoking Enra, lowering his accuracy again. Unfortunate. that riposte is doing some heavy lifting. See if we can't lower that accuracy again. Resists. Then where does he go after that? Okay. Dirk step. Duelist advance. Biting blade for the bleed. He's bleeding for 4. 20 heal. I almost had him. Lowering the accuracy. That's fine. I got him where I want him. Go riposte. There we go. Okay, taking what we can. Which 6 is the limit, it seems. We're gonna get rid of the citrines for another artifact of fervor. I don't really need the immunity mask. We don't really need the archer ring. Default order. Moving on. Hunger check is fine. Torch up. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Secret room. There's head trinkets I don't have yet. So skeleton key here. Puzzling trapezohedrons. Can heal up. Puzzling trapezohedron. And then we can get rid of the blood. I'm going left to the curio. Getting rid of the stress on Sermenti. We don't need the Shambler. So harvesting, getting them bleeding, destroying the coffin. Riposte.
Impressive.
4 bleed on Scratcher. Scratcher goes down, so I'm just going to combusting talisman there. Biting blade to lower protection. Bleeding, he bleeds out. Alright. Take what we can. This time we got the fishy one. I'll just get rid of the torches.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Alright, Sermenti, let's try to de-stress you. Last anti-venom. Another fervor, another emerald. Keep hoping we're gonna get one of those keys. 3 more battles to try.
The abyss returns. Even the
Run and gun.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Let's try to get rid of the nymphs. Slice off on it. It bleeds out. So we get to Talisman the Gnasher. Unfortunate. Well, point blank. Okay, got the portrait. Leave the rest. Default order. I don't think we have anything for this, so we can come back for it when we do a loop around. Maybe we find an anti-venom. Yeah, there's three chests right now that we don't have anything for. Get the riposte. harvest for the bleed. Acolyte bleeds out. If we run and gun, we might take out the Brawler. Or just do a lot of damage to them. Brawler has 3, so invoke Enra, it goes down, just row 1 left. And then we'll bond for glory in the last fight. Save that, because otherwise we're going to get a heavy debuff. Hey, we got a key. If nothing else, we have the key for it. Medicinal herbs. More food. Alright, last room. Solo to take out Nymph. Well, we tried. Point blank. BFG the Nasher. And invoking Enra. That was a lot of burst attacks. Bandage. Take the gold. And I'm gonna try to get back to the Umbral chest because we technically have a key for it. That's what I thought. And these I'm just trying to see if we can open somehow. Take the deeds, take the trusts.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Medicinal herbs over, or the crest over the medicinal herbs. I feel like this curio wasn't anything good. Yeah. Hunger check. De-stress. Kinda surprised at how low stress we got out of here with so far. And I say that knowing that I'm gonna get another fight, and then someone's gonna afflict, and I'm gonna have a bad time. But if I can keep my mouth shut for one more hallway, we got really lucky. We got really lucky.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of
Okay,
men.
sashimi, if you would. Not what I was hoping for. That being said, we still got some good stuff. We got crests, we got another artifact of fervor, we got a jute tapestry, and these. Paralyzes crest, which I'm probably going to sell, and a blue light lantern, which I'm probably going to sell. Regardless.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
9 more crests on top of the ones I already got. We got the Aqua Geyser for when I have a water attunement eventually. And 67,000 gold. I think I'm good on gold for a little bit on top of the like 300,000 I had back at home, so I can focus mainly on heirlooms. For the time being, at least. Not saying I wasn't mainly focusing on heirlooms, seeing as how I brought 24 crests home on top of the 9 rewards, 18 deeds, 4 portraits, 4 busts. Mal and Diz hit level 3. Mal got Savant, so plus 50% resolve experience. Ascetic, so minus crit multiplier on Sarmenti. Also last gasp, so plus speed if below 50%. And robust on Sashimi, so disease resistant. Who wouldn't have thought a fish wasn't disease resistant?
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
So Amorphous Atlas, plus 10% scouting chance and 5% monster surprise on next quest. I'm not bringing Diggs to that, so I'm going to throw her in stress relief. Saramenti also gets some stress relief. I'm just going to get rid of Misses the spot here on Diz. And then Joan has Corvin's Curiosity. I didn't notice that for a while, or I forgot about it. One of the two, so we're going to be getting rid of that. But nothing I really want to lock in. At the Stagecoach, we have a Silent, we have a Uncrowned, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And a Anointed would be the other thing that we need to look for. Have an Anointed, so nothing at the Stagecoach once again. Nomad Wagon, nothing we need here. Blacksmith. Can almost get that last furnace upgrade, which is what I'm aiming for right now at the guild. I can get the training regimen upgrade, which I probably should get. Am I saving up for anything specific that needs it? Not for a while. So I'm going to get the second to last training regimen upgrade for the guild. I know I've shown this a few times, but just to kind of put into perspective of how expensive some of the things are here. I guess it's not on the actual abilities, but that's more for the equipment. But showing this here, for those of you interested in knowing how expensive some of the skills can get, like Bearson here, the level 4 skills that I can get right now, because I need to get this last Instructor Master to get to level 5. The skills right now cost 875 gold. This reduces the cost by another 10%. So it's about 125 gold on top of that they go down by. And the last upgrade's going to cost me 30 more portraits and 60 more of the crusts. At the Nomad Wagon, I think we can actually upgrade this a little bit more. So I'm going to reduce the cost by another 10%. So these are even cheaper when they come in at the ones that I want, because I'd rather have this than have more trinkets coming in. Because some of the trinkets that are really, really good, like the, once again, just to show this, there was a precious trinket, this golden scythe that came in. This was 75,000 gold. And I think I only knocked it down to like 55,000 or something like that. So I'd rather have the trinkets be a price I can afford rather than see all the trinkets come in. So I'm reducing the prices as well.
Rarities and curios. Sold at a profit, of course.
Ooh, the Starlight's available in the Warrens again. I'm very tempted at going to get this because on being hit debuff enemies for minus accuracy. That could be huge. Especially because we have the light elemental quirk rather than going to get something that we don't have. So I'll probably be going into the Warrens on the next quest to get the Starlight, and that will be the goal. And then we can see from there, just leveling some more people up. Everyone that we have is at least now level 1, which is huge. And that being said, only 27 heroes need to get to level 3, which isn't the biggest deal considering like level 2s level them up faster, things like that. And we have some ways of getting plus resolve experience on heroes as well. So we can have some fun going and doing that. And we have a few healers to pop in here and there. So I feel like that's not going to be the biggest problem. Although I definitely need to learn how to use the Seer a bit better, if I'm being completely honest. Because every skill that she does kind of stresses her out. So she is kind of an interesting one at that. Although I have a feeling I could do some weird shenanigans on her, like the spinel ring, possibly for stress healing, and that might work. I'll have to see. Think about that. I don't think I want to take her into the long, though. And we can kind of go based on how that party goes in doing the rest and see how things go, because not too much more in the Apprentice, I'm feeling. A few more dungeons and we can finish that all up. So I suppose with that being said, that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please, have a good one.